and place on record that the Upper East Water Supply Project on record that the Upper East Water Supply Project, he's run away, Collins Dowda, to be on his feet to say that it's on record with this zero, that the Upper East Water Supply
Member,
Project.
I think we are speaking on the same way. Honorable Martin will be given the opportunity at the time that will be allotted to him to speak. I know there's a ranking, you will have 15 minutes. So you should arrange his thought in such a way that he will address that issue. I don't think there's any. So now it is the turn of Honorable Reverend. Has he gone out? Okay, if Reverend is not ready, let's move to Honorable Bafo Weje.
The Speaker, Reverend is here. Reverend is here. Reverend is here. It's not like our members.
Well. Honorable Ahmed, it's now the turn of Honorable Reverend Intim Fojo. He is a ranking, and therefore he has 15 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I rise to comment on the budget statement and economic policy ending the year ending 2025, and to state at the outset that the attainment of the macroeconomic targets set out in this budget shall be meaningless if we do not have a stable economy, if we do not have priority to public safety sector, if we do not have internal peace, security, and stability of our economy. Mr. Speaker, at the time when the global community faces threats of terrorism, threats of cybersecurity attacks, and significant security threats, where many economies in every country is prioritizing funding to their public safety sector, ensuring that priority funding is given to defense ministries, given to interior ministries and national security apparatus. As set out in this budget, President Mahama and Finance Minister Atuforsen have clearly demonstrated that they have rather chosen to prioritize funding to the Office of Government Machinery to funding to the critical sectors of defense and interior. Mr. Speaker, one solid profit President Mahama, if he allocates the Office of Government Machinery to the detriment of Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Interior, and critical national security apparatus. Mr. Speaker, this is the time that this country should be investing in building more forward operating bases. This is the time this country should be investing more in buying state-of-the-art fire tender for the fire service. This is the time that this country should be investing into retooling our fire service sector. This is the time that we should be allocating sufficient budgetary allocation to the prison sector to ensure that we reform and retool our prison sector, improve the dignity of our correctional facilities. This is the time that we have to ensure that more than ever before, we sustain investment into our defense sector. This is the time that the budgetary allocation to the defense ministry should be increased. But what do we see? Rather, we see increase in allocation to the Office of Government Machinery from 327 million in 2024 to 2.7 billion. Mr. Speaker, we have seen changes occurring at various security agencies. And for once, NDC and President Mahama have kept their promise. They promised during their campaign, championed by Sami Jamfi, their communication officer, that when they won power, they will sweep out, politically motivated, they will sweep out all heads of security agencies. and true to their words. For once, they have kept their promise. They have swept out the chief fire officer. The Director General of Prison Service has been cleared. The IGP has been cleared. Controller General of Immigration has been cleared. The Chief of Defense Staff has been cleared. Chief of Army Staff has been cleared. Chief of Naval Staff has been cleared. Chief of Air Staff has been in the Ghana Armed Forces has been cleared. Mr. Speaker, they have kept to their promise. They said that they will have political cleansing at the leadership of our security agencies. A rather dangerous precedent. A rather dangerous precedent that has been set. That has never been done in any democratic dispensation. There has never been any elected president in our Fourth Republic who has come to sweep out the top brass of 15 generals, senior-most generals within the rank of 2-star generals, major general equivalent, and above in the Ghana Armed Forces. Well, Mr. Speaker, you can clear all the heads of security agencies and appoint new ones. But if you fail to allocate to them commensurate budgetary funding, they cannot undertake any transformation. They cannot be able to build a resilient security system befitting of the status of this country. Mr. Speaker, the past medium term has seen significant investment into our public safety sector. For instance, in the owing to colossal investment put in there, we saw an expansion drive, an upgrade of key units and corps, the Armored Corps, the Artillery Corps, the 48 Engineers Corps, and the Signals Corps have all been upgraded to full brigade status, Mr. Speaker. Because of the heavy investment, the transformation and modernization of our armed forces, we have been able to attain the status of 4-star in the leadership and the command of Ghana's armed forces, and now the Chief of Defense Staff has attained 4-star general status, a rare feat that no African countries have attained. At a time when the military was has been cleared, Chief of Air Staff has been in the Ghana Armed Forces, they have kept to their promise. They said that they will have political cleansing at the leadership of our security agencies. A rather dangerous and regressing analysis I have run indicates that the financial implication associated with any democratic dispensation. There has never been any elected president in our Fourth Republic who has come to sweep out the top brass of 15 generals, senior-most generals within the rank of... With this decision alone, if we had given same to the Ghana Armed Forces to build housing units, they could have built 200 housing units. The heads of security agencies and appoint new ones. They cannot undertake for the men and women in uniform. Mr. Speaker, today, when you visit our prisons, they need help. You visit our fire service, visit our immigration facilities, they need our public safety sector. For instance, need help. You visit the headquarters of the Ghana Police Service, they need help. Now, key units and corps, the Armored Corps, the Artillery Corps, the 48 Engineers Corps, and the Signals Corps have all been upgraded to full brigade status, Mr. Speaker. Because of the heavy investment, the transformation and modernization of our armed forces, we have been able to attain the status of 4-star in the Ghana's armed forces, and now the Chief of Defense Staff has attained 4-star. At the time when we were supposed to be allocating, pushing priority allocation to these critical sectors to ensure the public safety of our citizens, consistent with the investment we have put in the medium term, which investment translated into Ghana consistently in 2023, 2024, and even 2025, as per Global Peace Index and Altiza organization and many notable organizations, having ranked Ghana as the second most peaceful country in Africa in terms of crime rates, and even globally, having ranked Ghana more favorably ahead of Australia and Canada. This is the time that we are seeing the list of allocation to these sectors in the past 3 years. Mr. Speaker, this is the time that we want to see state-of-the-art equipment purchased for our Ghana National Fire Service to promptly respond to incidents of fire outbreaks and contain same. This is the time we're hoping to see that there's going to be procurement of rapid intervention vehicles. This is the time we're hoping to see that we're going to have procurement of state-of-the-art quantum fire tender. But they have decided to prioritize funding to the Office of Government Machinery. The Office of Government, 2.7 billion. Even government communications alone got an allocation far more in excess of what is to go to some of these critical security agencies. Mr. Speaker, where lies the priority of Mr. Mahama? Where lies the priority of Mr. Atuforsen? We of NDC, you must ensure the safety of your home before you buy the most expensive tie rim for your Land Cruiser. You must ensure that you secure the presence of your home for your wife and children and your spouse before you buy the most expensive tie rim for your Land Cruiser. Clearly, that's misalignment of priority. Mr. Speaker, but having said this, I heard my respected colleagues, Honorable Collins Dauda and Honorable Harun Idrisu, trying to create the impression that the erstwhile government, the Kufuor-led government, abandoned projects they inherited in education sector alone. This government has many between 20 funding to raise and complete it. Agenda 111, Mr. Speaker, is an ongoing project they have inherited. Let them, in their own principle, demonstrate priority. There is nowhere in this budget that allocation can be pointed to that they are indeed going to complete any of the existing projects that they have come to inherit in respect of Agenda 111. Mr. Speaker, as submitting to the NDC, be safe for everybody listening that continues to maintain the enviable status that we have attained. Mr. Speaker, today, you visit our barracks, morale is down because of egoistic, because of politically motivated decision to sweep the command as if President Mahama came into office by way of Tunisia. Even Burkina Faso, even Niger, you will not see this kind of politically motivated political cleansing of all army generals, senior and major generals and above.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, I thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable leadership, once again I plead with you. It's true you might have observed certain inaccuracies. Allow the next speaker to address it, please, so that we can flow early enough. So let me come to Honorable Minister for Local Government. Honorable, you have 15 minutes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I rise to speak in support of the motion to make few comments on the budget statement presented by the Honorable Minister for Finance. In doing so, Mr. Speaker, as a long-standing member of this House who have been here since 2009, I have copies of the previous budget statement presented in this House. And this is the last budget statement of His Excellency the President, John Agyekum Kufuor, with his economic growth and where he took Ghana to, and how the rating agencies rated Ghana. The Ghana that was given to him and the Ghana that he left. Mr. Speaker, I have the 2012 budget of the Ghana that was given to President Mahama. And I have the 2020 budget and the 2016 budget of the Ghana that was given to His Excellency the President, the former President Akufo-Addo. Mr. Speaker, clearly, Ghanaians did not make mistake at all. They did not make mistake at all. Mr. Speaker, when Ghana was handed over by President Kufuor to President Mills, Ghana was accepted by the international community. And we had access to take international loans, concessional loans, and bilateral loans. Mr. Speaker, inflation was manageable. And Mr. Speaker, from President Rawlings to President Kufuor to President Mills to President Mahama, almost all successive governments used to 15.4. Mr. Speaker, all the economic indicators were so creditworthy to the point that the rating agencies rated Ghana with B. Mr. Speaker, from Kufuor B, Atamils B, President Mahama B, handed over to President Akufo-Addo. But Mr. Speaker, there was a relay video where children were learning how to do baton relay. And when it was given to one, he started going reverse. And they were using that one to exemplify President Akufo-Addo's governance. I thought it was a joke. Mr. Speaker, all of a sudden, all the economic indicators started going reverse. The inflation of 15.4% that was given to him, he grew it to 54.1, 3.8, and he said that a man to Nyumfreno. Mr. Speaker, we handed over a very good economy to him. That wherever he went, AFD, they were giving loans. World Bank, loans. International concessional loans, we were taking. This House Finance Committee was so busy every day with loan approvals. Mr. Speaker, you yourself tell me, when was the last time that they brought a loan facility here that this House should approve? Nana Seho. We are no longer creditworthy. That the House Finance Committee could not even consider any financial transaction, international financial transaction. Mr. Speaker, going forward, I was so hurt when Standard & Poor downgraded Nana Addo's government, Ghana as a country. Fitch Solutions downgraded us. Mr. Speaker, Moody's downgraded us. To the point where, Mr. Speaker,
Honorable, hold on. Let me thank you and see the seat to the first Deputy Speaker.
Because then I'm going to I'll create different accounts for different SIM card.
Sure.
Be anonymous, kaka. Make create.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Live and ever.
Mr. Speaker, the Ghanaian economy was so attractive to the point that even Nigeria banks were all running to Ghana. Then we handed over to you. The Speaker, when this country was handed over to the MPP government, the Speaker, 9 universal banks were collapsed. Unibank collapsed. Sovereign Bank collapsed. Heritage Bank collapsed. The Speaker, 463 microfinances, 367 of them collapsed. Mr. Speaker, from the 33 universal banks that we have, they reduced them to 23. And tell me why Ghanaians should not be justified in reducing your number from 169 to 88. Tell me. 87. Even the 88 self, you see. Ghanaians gave you 169 and gave you a very good economy. And you collapsed 9 universal banks. You collapsed 367 microfinances. You collapsed about 50 insurance. Who will vote for you? So Ghanaians are justified in reducing your number from 169 to 87. And Mr. Speaker, we students, you go to school and you fail. Then you come and tell your father that he should give you a marking scheme. You want to set your own marking scheme. For the where? You can have your marking scheme, but you will be repeated. Mr. Speaker, to continue, I heard my respected, lovely brother and friend asking that what are the priorities of Ato Forson and John Mahama. Mr. Speaker, as a country, in governance, we have principles and values. Mr. Speaker, when we accepted the 1992 Constitution as our respected and highest law of the land, we created a district assembly common fund to protect our democracy. Mr. Speaker, when we created the GET fund to solve our educational problems. Mr. Speaker, when we had problems on our road sector, we created the road fund to help solve our road problems. Mr. Speaker, when we suffered from energy sector, we created energy sector savings levy to help solve the energy problem. Governance must be guided by principles and values. If you cannot go by them, you don't qualify to govern. And that is why Ghanaians could justify to rate you as Ghana's misgovernance. Yes, you were not governing right. And that's why they reduced you from 169 to 87. Mr. Speaker, to continue, when we awarded the 123, Mr. Speaker, I didn't want to say Ghana's misleaders. That's why I say misgovernance. Then to substitute it, Ghana's misleaders. Even the president, he was misled. And Mr. Speaker, seriously, the reason why the 123 community day school e-blocks, we completed 56 of them as at 31st December, as at 6th January 2017, when we were exiting power. Mr. Speaker, the first Minister of Education, Honorable Dr. Metiopoku Prempeh, was quoted on Asempa FM and came to repeat it here. That is what we handed over to you. And Mr. Speaker, the 123 schools, 50 of them were financed, 23 of them were financed by the World Bank. The remaining were financed by the Ghana Educational Trust Fund. You came. The dedicated fund that was used to complete the 123 e-blocks, you came and went for Dachi bond. And you collateralized it. And therefore contractors will not complete them. Do you blame us? The priority of Dr. Kessel Ato Forson and President Mahama is that the e-blocks must be completed, and therefore your Dachi bond, the facility you went for, he has taken it over and he has uncapped the GET fund. GET fund should be used for all educational activities. GET fund has been uncapped. Then you who capped GET fund, knowing very well that you erred, then you went and said that, oh, when you vote for us again, we will uncap the GET fund. What made you cap it in the first place? Ghanaians will not listen to that story. And that's why they voted against you and pushed you there. Mr. Speaker, look at the nature of our roads. The road fund was meant to be used for road maintenance. Mr. Speaker, when the Honorable Osu Aduomi, when the Honorable Osu Aduomi, who was then the ranking member on Roads and Highway Committee, who assisted this House in most of our roads activities, when he became the Deputy Minister for Roads and Highways, Mr. Speaker, he advised them, and they said he was NDC, even though he was MPP MP. He gave them good counsel that capping the road fund and using the road fund for other things. When it rains, all Ghanaian roads will be impassable. Mr. Speaker, which of our roads are motorable as we speak? The priority of John Mahama and Atufosi is that we are uncapping all the road fund and we are using the road fund purposely for road maintenance going forward. Honorable Patrick Boama, your road will be motorable. Honorable Intifojo, your roads will be motorable. Mr. Speaker, your roads will be motorable. My brother Ajay Mensah Techima, your roads will be motorable. Because the road fund to do the roads. Mr. Speaker, seriously speaking, another dangerous error that was committed was the District Assembly Common Fund. You created 46 District Assembly in addition to the 260 you inherited. Mr. Speaker, and you capped the District Assembly Common Fund. It took a member of this House to take you to Supreme Court. The Venerable Kodo took you to Supreme Court for Supreme Court to tell you that what you were doing is wrong. The priority of Atufosi and John Mahama is that the common fund that you capped, they are capping it. The Yama Fund and Realignment Fund collapse. And therefore, 80% of the District Assembly Common Fund is going to your districts. And therefore, you are not going to be an officer. And the district assemblies, the decentralized structures are not going to be operating with that nothing. So now, when you go to Akati, the community will be lively. Economic activities will be going on. Contractors will be working. This assembly project will be taken by contractors. We are going to bring life, just as we have in Accra, in almost all the district capitals. That is the priority of Atufosi and John Mahama. Mr. Speaker, you come to this assembly, National Health Insurance Levy. Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Minister,
he created that one purposely for our health needs.
Honorable Minister,
So,
you should have used Banda as an example.
Mr. Speaker,
You should have used Banda as an example instead of
true
Akati.
leaders of this country have come back. We are coming to reset, and our prayer is that we should not go there for them to come and destabilize. May God bless us all, and I thank you and call honorable colleagues to support the position that you are taking. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, Honorable Majority Chief Whip.
Speaker, may I pray you to seek your leave to vary order of business so that we'll go to item number 9 before we return to item number 7 where we are. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Available Leader. And then the Chairman for Subsidiary Legislation Committee. This is an instrument. What do you say to the application?
Mr. Speaker, it's listed. I can't even see the... Yes. Yes. It's isn't on my for subsidiary legislation.
Do something new in my life. Something new in...
Available Leader, let me hear you.
Do something.
On this instrument this morning as a committee, and I haven't seen the minister here. I don't know if he's seeking leave for somebody else to lay the instrument or what, because I just signed the report.
Very well. So what we can do is that by agreement, I will vary the order of business to take item numbered 9. And when the item is about to be taken, then we can take application from the Majority Chief Whip as to whether the Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs should lay it instead of the Minister responsible for environment. So, honorable members, we then vary the order of business, and at commencement of public business, item numbered 9. Yes, Majority Chief Whip.
Speaker, the Honorable Minister is unavoidably absent, but we have the Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs available to do that on his behalf, if particularly for that to be done.
Honorable Available Leader, this is the application.
Mr. Speaker, I'm not opposed, but I'll come in again. I'm not opposed to him.
Very well. Honourable members, item numbered 9, presentation of instruments.
Environmental Protections, Mining and Forest Reserves Amendment Regulations 2025.
Yes, Honourable.
Mr. Speaker, let me ask for leave.